Hi everybody and welcome to another episode of the Elliot ApriL Show Podcast.
Podcast? Ooh, we've been renamed.
The Elliot ApriL Show Podcast. Try saying that 3 times, my loves.
Oh, it's not easy. Not easy.
So this is the Royal Edition this week.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about all of our favourite British royal family topics. Please don't take anything we say too seriously, my lovies.
No.
Take it with a pinch of salt.
Absolutely.
So, what should we start with?
Well,
I think the revelation from Boris Johnson. Now, I don't think he should have revealed what he revealed because it wasn't his business to reveal it.
No. Did he accidentally or did he?
I mean, he definitely did it on purpose because he's written a book, his memoir.
Oh,
his memoir, and it's got loads of things in it, including anecdotes about the royal family. So if you didn't know, I've already made a video on it. He revealed or confirmed, if you like, that the Queen died having bone cancer. So we think it was like something that affects the marrow and then it's classed as bone cancer, and then she had multiple conditions and therefore that would have been one of the contributing factors of the cause of death. Right. So did you hear about Lady C? Ages ago, she said that it was bone cancer.
Oh, she did. Yes, that's right.
And
she did.
We all sort of wondered, who her sources were. And I was like, well, okay, it's feasible, but I need more evidence. I need something from someone who would have been in a place to know. Along comes Boris Johnson and confirms that it was.
Yeah.
So I don't think did he get permission from the palace? I don't know. It's maybe he shouldn't have gone there because I thought maybe they'd reveal it eventually with the official biography that's due to come out whenever it's ready. Right. Could be 5 years, could be 10 years.
Yeah.
But I didn't think it was going to be revealed quite so soon by an ex-prime minister.
It stumped me actually that.
And then when I read the article,
whether he
Giles Brandreth off Gogglebox.
Oh yeah, I love him.
Well,
love him.
Apparently, Giles and Boris must be good friends because Giles is doing something to help Boris promote his book. Oh. Now, Lady C and Giles both said the bone cancer thing at the same time.
Right.
So I think Lady C and Giles talk, and that's how they both knew. And then I think Giles got the information from Boris because Boris and Giles are friends. Right. So I think that was the line of communication. So
really, Boris didn't disclose something that wasn't already out there.
But it wasn't officially confirmed. So. Yeah, probably up until then, people were thinking, Lady C, Giles, how do they know? But now we know that they know through Boris.
Right. I get you.
And Boris was in a position to know because he would have been informed.
Would have been, because he used to have meetings with her and all the rest of it.
So that was the sort of channel. So it was quite revealing how these things are getting out. So is Boris the royal mole? Is he a royal moly?
Guacamole.
He's the holy guacamole.
The holy guacamole.
But I just thought that was
interesting.
You never
know, yeah. It's very interesting because, really, and I know it's nothing to do with the public or anything, but really it would have been a little bit more informal if, when they announced her death and passing and everything, if they'd have put why. I think it would have stopped. It would have stopped all speculation and gossip of what actually. It doesn't really matter.
No.
What or how what she died from.
No.
The fact was that she passed away.
I think they wanted to keep it private while she was still alive because to stop that speculation of like when the new reign was going to be, and I think it would have been everywhere, wouldn't it, that the Queen was going to die. So I think they kept it quite secret. Because of that, not to kind of cause any hysteria and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then after her death, I don't know why they didn't just say what it was, because
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
sort of
why
straight
didn't they
after.
just come out and say,
I
oh,
don't
it's
know. I think they're waiting for the official biography. But then I think Boris Johnson was a bit loose-lipped.
Whoopsie.
I think he was a bit loose-lipped to Giles, and then Giles was a bit loose-lipped to Lady C. I mean, Giles, I think, is definitely I think he's on the same bus as me. I think. I'm pretty certain. I've seen his jumpers.
Oh, he's definitely on the top deck.
I think he's on the top deck of that bus. And therefore, I mean, Lady C is a bit of a fag hag, isn't she?
Yeah,
kind of.
She's very just.
So
comes out with it. She's
I love
verbal diarrhea.
Yeah,
she's royal diarrhea.
I do like
royal diarrhea.
I do like her.
Yeah,
I'd love to see a bit of royal diarrhea. Can you imagine?
Oh no,
Camilla sat on the throne with diarrhea.
Oh, Charles, get us that paper.
Give me a Senecot
and an ash.
I need a Senepod.
Senecot makes you go.
Oh well, she wants the other one.
Want
Imodium plus.
Bring me a plug.
Put the orb up. That'll stop anything coming out. Talk about love eggs. Just put the orb up.
Maybe that's what happens to the orb.
Oh.
After the coronation.
No, not used as a royal suppository. Can you imagine? Imagine what the Queen Mother did with it. Princess Anne, she's permanently got it in with a look on her face.
Oh, I know.
Well, I do love a bit of Anne, though.
Yes.
I do love a bit of Anne.
She's lovely, isn't she?
Yeah.
She is lovely.
I mean, there's this thing, the Prince Andrew documentary that's come out again.
No, I need to watch that.
I haven't watched it.
I need to watch that.
But apparently, it's like, it follows his team as they're trying to, like, guide him through it. And one of the commentators said, like, oh, I bet they wished that they worked for Princess Anne. Because they wouldn't have all this sort of hassle that was going on.
No.
I do need to watch that.
So his team have got to put all the things wrong right. Or at least smooth it out.
And as we know, they made a massive pig's ear of it, really.
He's a little bit of a doodah, isn't he? He's a doodah.
That interview was car crash.
Yeah. And there's more pictures out of Meghan Markle on the yacht with him.
Is there?
There's even more pictures come out of it now, and she's still denying it.
And they're not like AI photos or doctored or anything.
I don't know.
You have to check these days.
How would you check?
I don't know.
No, I'm not very.
I mean, I suppose other people that might be in the photos could say yes or no as to whether or not it was. But other than that,
if they want to get involved,
I have no idea. I have no idea what was going on. What's going on?
Sorry.
Oh, were you ringing?
I was ringing.
Oh, was it Camilla on the line?
It was Camilla.
It was Camilla on the line.
It was Camilla.
She's saying, what are you saying about that orb? She's like, I am not on Imodium.
She's like, yeah, I've run out. Can you get me some? Can you just pop to the shop? Just pop to the shop and get me some.
Just get me some, get me some.
Just go and get me some.
Oh, Prince Harry's Polo documentary. Did you know what he's doing for Netflix?
No. He didn't.
So he is making, as part of his Netflix deal, which runs out next year, and I don't think it'll be renewed anytime soon. Yeah. One of the projects he's tried to come up with is like a documentary about polo. You know, the sport polo, where they ride on the horse. Not the mint. Not the polo mint.
Polo mint.
No, the horses and the sticks and the ball.
Yeah, and give them a.
You know, what was it? The Sport of Kings, I think it's known as. And apparently, Netflix commissioned him to make this documentary that he pitched about the sport of polo and like what goes on behind in the world of polo. And it follows his friend Nacho Figueres, who was like a big player. I didn't even know about him until he was big friends with Prince Harry. But apparently Netflix bosses are upset because it doesn't show hardly anything of Prince Harry and it just focuses on Nacho, his best mate. So I think it's going to be a flop. A big, massive flop.
I think anything that Harry and Meghan do on Netflix is going to be a flop.
I can't wait to see this cooking thing that she's doing. Oh, that's going to be car crash. You can imagine her with her mixing bowls, stirring.
Stirring the pot.
Oh, buy my jam. Buy it now.
Yeah, have my dog biscuits. My husband loves them.
Oh, I reckon they're just Archie's cookies.
Yeah,
Those dog biscuits.
Yeah, maybe the kids did make them.
I reckon it looks like something that was made at nursery, doesn't it?
Yeah. Play-Doh cookies.
Play-Doh cookies. But no, I think it's going to be a flop. I think
to go with a nasty jam.
I think when this TV series comes out, it'll obviously be next year now. I think it's going to flop.
Yeah.
And then I think Netflix is going to drop them like hot potatoes.
Hot potato.
I do.
Yes.
And then I don't think they've got any original ideas for anything. I mean, what else can they actually do? Other than maybe they might make a proper documentary about themselves, you know, the Kardashian style. Imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one sex tape I don't want to see. Can you imagine?
Oh no.
Can you imagine?
No.
Oh no.
No. That'd be too much
for me.
Too much. Too much.
What can you imagine? So I think this Polo thing is going to be a flop. Is anybody going to watch the Polo thing? Let me know in the comments section, because I really, really don't think.
I'm not. I mean, I did 2 episodes of their other Netflix show.
I didn't watch.
I did 2 episodes, and I thought, do you know what? This is a load of rubbish. And I didn't watch anymore.
I think what happened was...
I don't think I quite finished 2 episodes, to be fair.
We didn't even watch one. I think when I looked at the viewing figures on it, it had really high viewing figures for the first episode, and then it went...
Yeah.
I think people were just intrigued, and then when they saw how bad it was, they were like, abandon ship.
That's what I did. I was like, just going to go and see what it's like, what it's about.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this is a load of rubbish. So I didn't.
And then there was Meghan doing a whole curtsy thing like this.
Over dramatic.
And then I thought, well, the newspapers are going to regurgitate what was on there anyway. So I'll just...
I mean, why she thought she didn't have to curtsy to the Queen?
I think she thought it was just something they did in public, but then didn't do in private.
Yeah.
But they do. They do it in private.
It's talking of curtsy and royal etiquette. Mike Tyndall.
Oh, yes. I love Mike Tyndall.
Zara's husband. He, as I don't know if it's a report or a book or whatever, but he has said that obviously when they first got together, he found it really difficult to know where his place was in that relationship and that family, because he was all a sporty person. Yeah. And then that sort of stopped. And then he had to find his own little way within the royal family. Yeah. And he did admit that it took a long time.
Yeah.
And it was the same with Prince Philip.
Yeah.
He had to do that with when the Queen became Queen. Kate.
Yeah, they've all taken their time.
Yeah. Whereas Meghan
didn't. She wanted to...
I ain't no curtsying to no one.
No.
Rubbish American accent, I apologise. Sorry.
No, she wanted to run before she could walk, and she didn't take her time, like you said, to get to know the country and the people and the institution.
Royal protocol.
The protocols. And she just didn't take... And I don't think she was interested anyway.
No, she thought, oh, I'm a superstar. I don't need to do all that.
And she didn't sort of listen to advice that was given, and I think advice was given by the palace, and she just didn't.
And I think as well, I think the royal and the royal, what do you call them? Not the royal helpers, advisors.
The royal household, the staffers.
I think they've learned a big, hard lesson from Diana.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because she felt isolated and left and not knowing what to do in that, and she wasn't always advised very well. So I think
they definitely tried to advise Meghan.
Now, haven't they?
You try advising Meghan, because Meghan only does what Meghan wants to do. She doesn't do what anyone else wanted to do.
She'd be on that naughty step.
No, exactly.
Get on that naughty step.
Naughty step. Naughty step.
Have you seen the staircase?
Is there one big enough?
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I'd just put her in the royal lift and send it up to the tower. You go. Off with the red.
Send her to the tower.
Off with the red.
Lock her up.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
I just broke my arm.
Oh no!
It's the Meghan. It's the Sussex squad. It just broke my arm.
No, I just think she ran before she could walk, and she just needed to have taken the time and listened to the advice because it was being given.
Yes.
She interpreted it as probably not being helpful.
Like, what are you telling me to do? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. American accent, rubbish. What are you telling me?
I can do a little bit of American.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it now, but
no, and I do apologise to these Americans of my really poor, awful, shocking
I can't do
American accent. I'm sorry. I'm just jealous.
Oh, Harry. Harry. You still have having shots. Harry, get down here now.
Oh, no, hey, come on. Oh no, I sound like Camilla again, don't I?
Like 50 fags a day. No, Camilla's given up smoking. She's given up smoking.
She has, but I bet she vapes. I bet she goes to the royal throne.
That's a quick
vape.
Yeah.
Quick vape while she's having waiting for an Imodium to take function.
Oh, poor Queen Camilla.
Poor thing.
Now,
poor thing.
We're going to have to talk about, did you see the photos of Harry at the tattoo parlour?
No.
Because if not, I'm going to have to find them.
Yeah, find them.
Because Prince
Wonder
Harry,
where he was having a little tat. Maybe he had a jar of Meghan's jam tattooed on his leg.
It was in New York.
Dog biscuit.
I'm trying to find the actual photos. Hang on. It was in New York because obviously he's there for 8 days solo without Megsy Baby.
She's actually let him out on his own.
Well, that's what I thought. Well, did you know she tried to she faked? Well, we think she's faked being ill because she said she was sick.
Oh, don't go, Harry.
And that's why she couldn't go. But a lot of people are not believing. I can't find this photo.
Maybe she sort of knew that she wasn't going to be welcome.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I think they're trying to separate Harry from Meghan a little bit because I think they've realised that together they're seen as being quite toxic and they sort of bring each other down.
And she's very controlling with him, and
so it's like CCTV photos of Harry arriving at this tattoo parlour. So he's got NYPD police protection that the American taxpayers are paying for.
The poor people.
I know, but if I zoom in, what do you notice about the photo? There's something quite shiny on the top of his head.
So he shaved the top of his head?
It's like a monk. It's like a monk.
Yes, he has.
And I think in the other photo, it might even be...
He's going the same way as
there's the tattoo parlour. And there was another photo where he's got his own security there that he's paying for.
Yeah.
But no, this one photo, it's just, he looks very...
bold.
But like people were saying, did he go in there? He was only in there for an hour. So it can't have been for a big tattoo. That's if he was getting a tattoo. But don't forget, those sorts of places also do other services like body piercing.
I bet he's had a Prince Andrew.
You don't want Andrew down there. Nobody wants Andrew
Prince
down there.
Aldrew?
Prince
Albert. I wonder if he's had a...
He may have done. Who knows? Maybe a nipple. Maybe something. But a lot of people speculate. If it was a tattoo, what do you think he had?
Oh, she's made him have M&M.
M&M. No, but if she had M on the one, if he had M on the one bum cheek, M on the other, when he bend over, it'd say Meg.
It'd say Mom.
It'd say Mog.
Mog. Oh yeah, M and a G. Mog.
Moggan. No, I reckon he's got. If lost, please return to Meghan Markle.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe he was branded.
I think so. Property of.
Yes. Property of MM. If lost, please return to Megsy Baby.
Yeah. 2.0. Yeah. Yeah.
No, a lot of people think maybe it was someone commented maybe he's had his children's initials done in invisible ink.
Like, yeah, do you want to see my tattoo?
Oh. But, I don't know.
You can't see nothing, but it's there.
Do you think he's trying to? I don't know. Do you reckon it's like because he's just turned 40? Do you think it's like a midlife crisis?
Maybe he's at 40. I am 40.
I am
tattoo.
40.
I am 40.
I don't know. I mean, is he going a bit crazy? Maybe it's because Meghan's away, he'll play.
Do you know? You took the words out of my mouth. Then, yeah, she's away, and he's going through that. I am fed up of all this. I am fed up of being controlled all the time. I'm going to rebel.
I think it is rebellion. I really do.
Yeah.
But do you know what his team have come out and said? That he was there because he was filming something. Now, the thing is, when I'm looking at this photo here, I cannot see one hint of a film crew.
No.
And normally, when Harry's filming something, they always capture the arrival. They have the big cameras. Yeah. And I see no evidence of filming. So I don't think it was for filming. I mean, so I don't. I think that's a big lie. I think he was getting something
tattooed,
done, pierced, tattooed.
But can you imagine that though? Even if if he'd have been in for a piercing, they'd have gone, "Oh yeah, come here. We've pierced his his royal jewels."
His royal. Well, they've come out and said that what goes on in there stays in there, and that they wouldn't comment on their clothes. So I think he's had something done. Yeah. Otherwise, they'd say, "Oh no, he was filming something."
Yeah, he popped in to do a bit of filming.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what he filmed. But...
Exactly, but they didn't. They sort of alluded to him having something done, so that doesn't really
doesn't make sense, does it?
No.
I mean, he hasn't got... What's that in his hand?
I don't know, maybe a bag or something, or an iPad. But if you zoom in on his
fanny pack.
If you zoom in, no, that's at home in Montecito.
Looking after the kids. Wow.
But like his head. So I think when he's on TV or he's in public, I don't think he wears one of those like male hair system wigs. I think he uses those hair fibers. You know those things they're like fibers that you spray onto your head and it builds up your own hair so it looks like hair.
Oh, it's like a spray can, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I think he uses that on the daily, and I think there he hasn't got anything on, and that's natural. That's his natural hair, and he is completely bald like a monk. And then don't forget, if you are having a hair system fitted or something like that, you do shave it off like that to have it fitted. So was he?
Maybe he's gone for a hair.
I don't know. I mean,
they wouldn't have that tattoo.
I don't know. Because maybe. I mean, it's all sort of male grooming and that kind of thing. I don't know. But if he comes out with like a massive head of hair, we'll know. I mean, I think he could just go to Crayola. He could get the orange Crayola, and he could just draw on his head.
It in,
and fill it in, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because William's gone a bit. I wish William would just shave it all off now.
Yeah, I would like to see a completely shaven headed. I think it would look quite hot. And
we like to see a smooth Willy.
Smooth Willy all the way. Apart from his face, I like a bit of fuzz on his face. What do you think of his beard?
I quite like it.
I like it.
I think he looks.
I think it makes him look more royal, actually.
Yeah, a little bit rugged,
distinguished,
but very, distinguished.
And I think he should get rid of the bits at the side and just completely shave. Because the one thing that I find really disgusting about Prince Harry is how he mocked William for being bald in his book Spare, but then he's going the same way.
Exactly.
And I don't really get it because there's nothing wrong with being bald. Millions of men around the world go bald, and it can be quite a sensitive subject. I mean, and then to sort of poke fun at your brother publicly for something that William might be sensitive about. I don't know.
And it's something that can't be helped.
No, it's very underhand. It's very. It gives me the ick.
It is very, very icky.
It gives me the ick. And when we look at photos of Harry, it's like, is it karma? Because now he's very drastically losing his hair over the past couple of years.
I think so. I think it's karma.
Yeah.
And, he needs to rein it in.
He does.
Not his hair.
I think those days are gone with that.
Yeah. We're talking about our royal jewels.
Oh, we haven't yet. So
our jewels.
ApriL is wearing the Canadian maple leaf brooch replica, and I'm wearing the Jardine Star, of course, all worn by Her late Majesty. So yes, very nice ones. So we thought we'd give the tiaras a rest this week.
Yes, give your heads a rest.
Give your heads a rest. So yes, we're sparkling magnificently. I always thought if I was lost at sea on the cruise, I'd wear one of these.
So they could...
The Diamante cluster, so that tell the search and rescue to shine their lights and I will be dazzling brilliantly. And if they need to use a winch, supply trousers. I will be dazzling most brilliantly in the searchlights with my Diamante cluster.
It was sparkling and be like, oh, look at the treasure out to sea. Oh, it's Elliot.
It's definitely me.
Look at that little treasure over there. Bless him.
Oh, what do you think? Catherine's thinking about William's beard. She must like it.
I wonder what you were going to say there.
No, about his beard. I think she must like it.
I think she likes it,
Yeah, she likes a bit of the old beard.
Yeah.
Maybe it tickles. It might tickle when they're kissing.
Yeah.
I think a bit of a...
It could just, as long as you don't give it like stubble rash.
Oh, no, you don't want the stubble rash like sandpaper, do you? Around your chops.
No, it make all her chin dry.
Exfoliation.
Yeah.
It's like having one of them skin
peels. Can you rub your chin up and down my leg? My leg needs exfoliating on the bottoms of my feet.
You could use him like an epilator.
Yeah. Like a bit of sandpaper. Oh, give that a bit of a rub.
Or just get a Big Willie out to do that.
Oh, yes.
No, I'm loving Big Willie's new look. I think it's...
Sorry.
I'm loving Big Willie's new look.
It's very... But, get my words out. If you look over the centuries... I think nearly all of the male royals have had
some
facial
sort of
hair.
beard. Yeah, I think it's not allowed when you're in the forces, apart from the Navy. I think you're allowed a beard in the Navy. And of course, when William got married, he had a beard, but the Queen told him to shave it off for the actual wedding day.
Yeah, because you've got to be like clean cut, smooth.
But then Harry kept his for his wedding.
Yeah, but Harry's wasn't so important though, was he? Because he was marrying that woman.
Walking down.
Remember
when she walked down and then that beam of light shone on her head and her tiara?
Yeah.
Ooh, what do you reckon? I reckon
that was the setup.
Yes.
That was a setup.
I reckon there was somebody with a mirror and some lights.
Yeah, big lights. Oh God, come on. She'll sack us. She'll send us to the tower if we don't get the lights on her. Yeah,
have you seen all the different photos of like Meghan being really angry with staff?
Yeah,
because these bullying claims are
she is. I reckon she is. She's such a bully. She's so passive aggressive, and she is a narcissist.
Yes.
No,
I agree. What do you think? Do you think she did do the bullying?
I think so.
I think so. I think it's just in her nature. I don't think she necessarily sees it as...
She's a natural bully.
She's a natural bully, so she doesn't think that it is.
Yeah.
Have you heard what's come out about her emails? So apparently there's like a 20-something word caveat to every email she sends about, don't worry, I realise, everyone's got different... I'm paraphrasing. That everyone's got different working hours, and if you get this out of hours, reply in your normal hours. I don't expect to reply straight away. That's been added for the press benefit, I can tell you.
And that is another sign of a passive-aggressive person.
Because, there's claims that she was like a dictator in high heels and Duchess Difficult.
Oh, I'd say, yeah. There's a programme coming out. Now, is it tonight or is it in the week? About something to do with the Meghan Markle being a duchess or something. I can't remember what the title's called.
I know what you mean about I know what you mean.
Yeah. So
we'll have to watch that.
We'll have to watch that. Yeah.
But it's really weird because Meghan cannot leave any claims about her being bullied without her commenting in some form, whether it's through friends or leaked things to People magazine, whatever.
Yeah.
I think the lady does protest too much.
I think she does.
What does it normally mean when someone sort of puts things out there to counteract? It means it's true, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And then certain friends have come out, this is what I mean, saying how wonderful she is and what a great boss she is.
Did they get a jar of jam?
Possibly.
I think they must have got a jar of jam.
I think everyone's got one.
Yeah. Jar of mouldy jam.
She's literally giving it away.
Yeah. She can't sell it. Nobody wants to buy it. Yeah.
Well, it's not even released. I mean, why would you like go through the palaver of launching a brand, which, by the way, she's having issues with the copyrights of? Because apparently, because it's American Riviera Orchard, she can't trademark a place. Like a place name.
Oh.
So she might even have to go back to the drawing board in terms of what the name of the thing is.
Can't you call it Montecito Muck? You spread this on your toast.
Squished by toes.
Squished by small children.
It's not even off the ground with the name, really.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's that thing about all the missing millions. Apparently, there's
missing millions?
$6 million of donations to Archewell haven't been declared in the current accounts and the ones before. So we're wondering whether they're going to turn up in the November accounts. And if they don't, where's it gone?
Oh, she spent it. She spent it.
Yes, she's probably
spent it.
Spent it.
She went to Sainsbury's, bought all this stuff for her jam. Yeah, I want £6 million worth of strawberries and jars.
It's like they've had all these donations. I mean, I know it went down.
But why would people donate?
I don't know.
Don't donate.
Who is donating? Because
yeah.
most of the donations that are on the records are anonymous, or they're through a company that disguises who's actually behind it. Right. And when they initially started, there was like a $12 million donation, which we think came from the Oprah interview. Not been confirmed, but we think it's got to have come from somewhere. Some people even think it could have come from Charles at that time. I don't think he'd have handed over.
He wouldn't have done that. No,
I don't think he would have done that. So anyway, there was that, and then the year after it dropped to $2 million, and then we had the sort of anonymous, this sort of $6 million that hasn't shown up on the account. So we're like, where is it? I know accounts can lag behind. Like in the UK, you're always in a year in arrears.
Has she transferred it into the kids' bank accounts?
I have no idea. But if it doesn't show up, because the accounts are due for publication in November, this November, which is not far away. So if it doesn't show up then, it's like, where's it gone? Who's had the money?
Well, she's bought all these fancy clothes, hasn't she? And shoes and handbags.
Spent it on tattoos.
Tattoos, yeah.
Prince Albert's.
She's probably said to him, here's 20 quid. Go get yourself a tattoo. And it better be my initials. I don't care what you have. You can have whatever you like as long as it's my initials.
I mean, he may have had something under his ring finger. You know, like you can have like initials under your ring. Not on your ring, under your ring. Can you imagine?
Oh, we best not.
No, I mean, I inadvertently did see a picture of someone that had their ring tattooed.
Oh.
It looked painful. Honestly. Terrible.
Oh, shocking.
So what do you think Harry's going to do? Because after he's been to the UK for the Well Child Awards, which I think is possibly tonight or Monday, he's due to go off with his friends without Meghan again. For like a birthday party weekend or something. Yeah. Where do you think he's going to go, and what do you think he's going to get up to?
Oh, I think he's going to get up to all sorts. He's going to let loose. He is. But isn't it strange how she's not? He's definitely rebelling.
I think
definitely
so.
Rebelling.
He wants a bit of me time.
I can feel a split on the cards somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think she's waited until he's got all this money off the Queen Mother, the late Queen Mother. Yes, when he turned 40, he's got estimated about £8 million. So now, if ever they separated, she would be entitled to, because I don't believe they have a prenup.
No.
So technically, you know, you're entitled to half of whatever your partner's worth. So they would tot up all of what they're worth jointly, and then that would be divided.
So she'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
But she would probably get more because she would probably try and keep kids. So she'd probably get the house. She'd probably have maintenance as well.
Yeah.
She'd probably get more of the money.
He'd be Prince Pauper.
He would be a pauper prince. And then what's going to happen? And then he'd waltz back over here and expect everyone to forgive and forget. Yeah. And I'm like, don't think so, my lovely. I don't think
so. Do you know what? He should have stayed. We should have stayed in the Tudor times.
Well, we should.
In the Tudor times.
Put him in the stocks.
Put him in the stocks.
Throw some rotten vegetables at them.
Because, and that brings me to Tudor. Now, I did my research and I baked one specially.
Oh.
Baked it specially.
What is it?
Now this, don't cheat, I baked it. I cooked that, I didn't buy it.
Handmade.
I spent all morning cooking
just like
this.
Meghan with the jam. I reckon Meghan just gets Walmart
just
jam
with the jam.
Just ladles it into her own pots.
Yeah, this is called a Tudor tart.
Ooh, Tudor tart. What makes it Tudory, particularly Tudory?
Because it was called a.
You've thrown away the ingredients.
I've thrown it away. It's got cheese in. It's got cheese in. It's got cheese. It's called tart out of Lent.
Oh,
out of Lent.
It looks a bit quichey.
So yeah, it's an equivalent of our quiche.
Okay.
Hence the box. So I just don't know why.
And the tin container that it's in.
So this actually, a quiche, as we call it now, is a Tudor tart.
Okay. Yeah. So I take it it's made from egg on the top.
Eggs, cheese. They used to put all sorts of bits of meat in.
What do you reckon they've got in that one, like vegetable-wise?
Maybe onion.
Possibly leek.
Possibly onion.
Leek, maybe?
Yeah. Bit of bacon, bit of ham.
Smells nice. So you're supposed to have it cold or warm?
Either.
Okay.
Either.
We'll have to have some in a...
Yes, we shall try my Tudor tart.
Yes, I think it sounds really good. Where's the box gone? It's on the floor right behind us. Probably got all the ingredients on everything. Out it went.
Out it went. Yes,
that's what they need to do with Meghan. Just
because
chuck her out.
I purposely, after I baked it and before I brought it round, I thought I'll put it in a box. I'll make it look really professional, like Meghan's jam. They'll think I've, bought it. But actually, I've made.
Meghan's jam did not look professional. Did you see the peeling labels?
Yeah, and they were a bit squiff as well, weren't they?
Oh.
And a basket of apples.
Have you written number 1 of 50 on the side?
No,
that's what you need to do to make it look like Meghan's.
Yeah. This is number 1
number
of
1 of 50, a special edition. You're going to send it out to all your celebrity friends.
Yeah, I'll just say it's number 1 of 1, and I'll just take a thin slice, pop it in an envelope, post it to them.
Oh, imagine receiving a bit of squashed quiche in the post.
It'll look like, well, I won't say what it'll look like, but yeah. But this one doesn't, this is crustless.
Ooh. Not crotchless.
Crutchless.
Crutchless?
Well, if you want a crutchless Tudor tart, then that's fine. No, crustless.
Crustless.
No crust. It's just easy to say, no crust. Because sometimes your pastries, not your pastry, but sometimes...
My pastry is beautiful. I have just roll. My puff pastry is the best.
Because sometimes it can be a little bit dry.
My short crust.
Oh, set him off. But I couldn't, obviously I couldn't get hold of any pheasants or anything like that. No. And the pigeons were too quick.
Henry VIII.
Yeah, the pigeons were too quick for me to catch. So it's just got a bit of bacon.
No, I think we should try that in a bit. We'll prepare it and then we'll come back on and have a little taste test of it. Right, I was going to talk about Boris again very quickly because apparently Boris also revealed in his memoirs that he was asked by the palace to give Harry a pep talk and try and prevent Harry from leaving when he'd already announced an exit. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I can imagine Boris would be like, no, Harry, You really do yeah, and that'll be it.
Just a series of noises.
Yeah.
But it didn't work. Harry was steadfast, apparently, and he was determined, Boris said.
Yeah, because he's, and I don't want to say the words because we don't want to be restricted, but he's very controlled by Meghan, and he thought,
so.
you know,
exploited.
Me bread's buttered here. So
he was thinking with his downstairs. That's what I think.
He wasn't upstairs at the time, was he?
No. I think he's already.
Which is a shame.
I think she was just exploiting his own insecurities and sort of made him, because really at that time the press had slightly turned back towards their favour. So when they announced it, because we're talking about the time of, remember the Australia tour, that was a real success, and the media just loved it. They were praising them, blah blah blah, and then Meghan comes out with the whole, you know, are you okay? When she asked, are you okay? And then she sort of broke down on camera to Tom Bradby.
She couldn't help herself, could she?
And then it spiraled from there. But that was a time when they were being praised in the press.
And then she, like you say, she did that. She said all that, and it just went, oh, hang on.
Yeah. And then it all snowballed from there. And then they went to Canada for a bit, for an extended summer break. And then we all thought, oh no, they'll be back. Then they stayed a few more weeks. And then we had the announcement that, you know, that spectacular flouncing out of all the stuff that they wanted. And then you had the Sandringham agreement. And then they pulled away. And it was all just, I think, she started the snowball and she pushed it down the hill. And it's carried on. Going from there, but I'd like to get in his head.
Yeah, I think I should imagine there's a part of Harry that's quite disappointed probably in her or the situation.
I think in his life. What does he do? What does he do?
Go to tattoo parlours.
Well, he goes to a tattoo parlour. I mean, it speaks volumes when he's slightly let off the leash. What he goes and does,
because normally they go everywhere together, and she's all very like this.
She's touching and guiding.
So when they go somewhere together, he can't move, he can't breathe. But now he's going. He's
got a bit of breathing room.
Doing.
Yeah, no, I'd love to know. I think he misses what his role was, because I think he must have had such a sense of purpose when he was here, being a working royal. And then when that's sort of taken away, when you try and do it yourself, it doesn't really work.
He's a bit in limbo, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's sort of like, he's neither American or British, really, in this situation.
Very much in limbo. And this sort of war with the British government, trying to get security back, that's not going to go anywhere. He's not getting that security
But if
back.
they stayed over here, they would have security.
On a case-by-case basis. So whenever he has been over, they've decided that he should have it. So, but he wants it officially, doesn't he? Yeah. He wants to say that he's got it all the time. And that's just not going to wash.
It's not going to do it, is it?
No, I think it's just... Yes, I'm not really impressed. Oh, the Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Yes, with the Halloween.
With the...
and the swearing and all the rest of it. I think it's most unbecoming of a royal. I don't like it when Harry does comedy.
He doesn't do it very well, does he?
No, because like he had that cheeky chappy persona when he was in the royal family, and I think it worked when he was a royal because you know that he wasn't using that to get anything for himself. Whereas now, when he does it, you think it's contrived.
Yeah.
And it's to further his own PR. And I don't like, really, the American way of comedy. I think British comedy is very different to American comedy.
Very, yeah.
And I think when you put a Brit in an American comedic situation, it doesn't work. I didn't like... Do you remember when... This is years ago now, when he did the James Corden... The Late Show with James... There was a skit on James Corden. Now, of course, James Corden is British, so it's very much British humour, but it was done in an American way, and it was very set up. There was Meghan was in it, and I didn't like that because it wasn't funny.
It doesn't, it doesn't it doesn't just flow, does it?
No.
So I think British humour can be quite dry.
Yeah, there's a bit more thought
And a little
behind
bit,
it. It's not as surface. It's a bit more.
It's a bit deadpan.
There's a bit more thought.
Yeah.
Into it.
Whereas, like, I'm going to say some American humour is very obvious and silly.
Yeah,
I know we get silly.
I think,
but it's very.
It's very. The joke is sort of sped to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas ours is a bit more
subtle,
a bit more self-deprecating as well.
And I think British humour is very cheeky.
Yeah, which should technically suit Harry's style, but I think the context is that now he's not a working royal, it falls flat because you think, why is he doing this? And it is most unbecoming when he's on there swearing and being scared, and it's so obviously staged and set up. And
yeah, absolutely.
It's just, and it's not funny.
No. It needs to be impromptu.
Natural.
Which is natural. Spontaneous.
Which is how he was as a working royal. Like when remember when he raced, was it Usain Bolt? And he sort of ran off before the whistle went.
Yeah, that was fun. I quite
cheeky,
like that.
That's funny. You know, we like to see a cheeky chappy Harry.
Yeah.
To have the old Harry back.
I know.
Oh, we do miss the old Harry.
Yeah, we do.
We do. So I didn't like the Jimmy Fallon thing. I thought it was just like, and also
too staged.
Why do it? Because it wasn't really promoting anything he was doing.
No. Do you know, I've just had a little light bulb moment. Don't get them very often.
Go on.
I think maybe he's doing all these little things on his own and promoting himself because obviously I think he wants to do something himself without her, because he knows that what she's doing, it's all flopping.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he's removing himself away.
Yeah.
So he can still keep that little bit of stature and popularity going, while she can just, go off into the dark depths of the separation
of their sort of benches.
Yeah.
They're trying to.
I think that's what it is.
They did so
he wants
much
to
together.
Keep current.
Yeah, he does.
Without her.
Yeah. I've called it in a video the humanization of Prince Harry strategy. They're trying to make him seem more human. So he's appearing in comedy. He's being seen on himself, eventually he'll be seen out with the lads on his last night
wait
out.
for the photos of that.
He's getting a tattoo. I mean, many people get tattoos. So it's all trying to make him relatable, that we can see ourselves in Harry.
Yeah.
And separating from Meghan, because together they're seen as very toxic. It's all what I call...
And he knows that, as daft as he is with, for whatever reason, he'll see that things aren't working when they're doing things as a couple.
Yeah.
So he's thinking, well, I need to get out there to get some money.
And where are all these big... Meghan signed with, I think, WME, which is a huge agency, celebrity agent, that she's paying a lot of money for to be probably a member of. And where's all the projects? Where are the brands that she's supposed to be working with? And where's the sponsors? We don't see... see her. I mean, I think there was photos of her in I think it was Adidas in a tracksuit. I mean,
wasn't a shell suit, was it?
I mean, who's going to want to buy clothes to look like Meghan?
No. Oh, there's a fly.
No. I mean,
no.
Someone said something about her clothes being wrinkled and baggy, and someone said about her ironing them, and I'm like, those clothes have not seen a steamer or an iron. No, ever. No. There is no steamer in that household.
No.
Ever.
And all the servants would be walk off. They'd walk off.
Well, they have been. The amount of staff they've got through is just absolutely remarkable. It really is.
Boycotted.
There was a little bit of interesting information about Prince William. Well, something that was revealed. So some of the royals often do have...
What has Prince William been revealing now?
Well, not anything that, naughty. But apparently, at university, he used to go by the name of Steve. As a pseudonym. So, like, friends would refer to him as Steve in case anything got out to the media
Oh, yeah.
you know, to try and keep him on the low.
Yeah.
He'd use Steve. So I was wondering,
yeah, go on.
if you were to have a pseudonym, what would it be?
Oh my goodness, I'd probably. I don't
know. Would it be a Doreen or a Janice or a Maureen, a Joe
or Karen,
a Karen,
or I'd be a.
I don't know, a Victoria, Sophie,
No, Victoria. I don't know.
No, you just think about what your pseudonym would be. I don't know. They could just call me Bob. I don't know. Just call me Bob.
I'd probably
Fred.
be called
Fred.
Yeah. Something like Summer.
Summer. Ooh. Summer Day. Summer Day.
Summer Day. Yeah.
That's
Last name Day. That's very good.
That's a good drag name. Summer Day.
Summer Day.
Summer Day.
Or Autumn Night.
Or Summer Top.
Summer Top. That, I tell you what, he's good, isn't he? He's good. Sum it up. Yeah, that would be me. Sum it up. Sum it up. Or sup. Sup up. I'll be Summer Top. You could be Sup up.
What would Meghan's pseudonym be? Well, of course, her real name's Rachel. Let's not forget that.
Is it?
Her real name's Rachel.
Is it?
It's Rachel Meghan.
Who is she?
Rachel Meghan Markle, but she uses Meghan as her first name. I think it's more common in the US for people to go by to choose between their first and middle name.
You've got a middle name.
I do, William.
William. So you'd be William, and I'd be a Marie.
A Marie.
A Marie.
Oh, April Marie. That's a bit poorly. Miss April Marie.
Marie. So welcome to William and Marie's podcast.
Hello. Who are we? Oh, speaking of podcast, Meghan's podcast. Remember she was Lemonade Media bought the rights to her archetypes off sort of Spotify, so they can redistribute it and put it out. But there's nothing come of any new podcast. Supposed to be for next year now.
Oh, have you ever watched one?
Listen to it, no.
No, listen to it, no.
No.
I know. I mean, I always used to think that podcasts were just something to listen to. I mean, everybody used to say, I've got the face for radio. You know what I mean? Faces for radio. Yeah.
What is happening with my hair?
What have you done?
I don't
know.
Had a little bit of a... I think it's when I changed my top.
You had a little bit of a flop.
I had a flop.
Flop.
We'll just stick it up and pretend it never happened.
Yeah. Should have put the tiara on and
that would have held the hair.
Yes, would have held it. You've got a little bit of autumn flop.
I do. I've got autumn flop. My flop. What were you saying? Sorry, you were saying about Meghan Lemonade podcast.
Oh yes, with their podcast. So I wondered if you'd listen to it or anything.
I couldn't bring myself.
Yeah,
just listening to her voice drone on.
And I think she's the sort of person that when she does open her mouth, words come out. It's just words. It doesn't mean anything. It's just words.
Better than when she opens her legs. Draft comes out. It's like opening a mummy's sarcophagus.
Hey, they've had a hurricane over there in America, haven't they?
Meghan, shut your legs.
Yeah, that's what's happened. Oh,
it's like opening a mummy's sarcophagus.
Oh, with yeah.
And a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
I wondered why we had storms the other week.
One puff and it's gone.
At the shake and vac.
Oh, it'd be like, with the door mats and that. You're doing that. All the dust.
That's Meghan doing a bikini line.
And the cobwebs.
Do you reckon she has someone to do a bikini? Oh, imagine that.
Oh, imagine that.
I wouldn't have all the money in the world to do a bikini line.
Can you imagine how, if she was savage with you, what are you doing? You're not doing that. You'd be like, right, get the wax on purpose.
Do you know what? I'd sort
and
Harry
then sack.
Give me Harry for a couple of weeks. I'd soon have him shiny and shipshape.
You'd sort
I
him
would.
out. Yeah.
I would. Shiny and shipshape
Yeah.
he'd be.
Yeah.
Give me him for a week.
Yeah. If he'd last that long, bless him.
He'd be fixed.
He'd be in his element.
He'd be fixed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just give me him for. How are we doing for time? We need to try this
right.
pie, don't we?
Yes, we need to try it.
Right. So while we're doing that,
home-baked Tudor,
while I go and get some cutlery and stuff,
Tudor pie.
Tell everyone about the Catherine video. You know, the one with
the Catherine video.
Yeah, you know the one.
Oh yeah, where Catherine and William and the children. They were in the woods. They went.
Yeah.
Was it camping? I wouldn't say camping.
It was.
But it was so lovely to see that they were doing something natural and normal.
Yeah.
Like that.
I liked it. Obviously, she was announcing that she'd finished her chemotherapy course.
Which is good.
There we go. I've got some plates and a knife and stuff. So, can't wait. Let's. There's a knife there.
Okay.
And a spoon. How are we doing this?
Oh!
We've got our spoons.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Cut a piece for Matt as well.
Yeah.
How do you do this in threes?
Let me just. I tilt this down. We can just about see what we're doing. There we go. So it's being cut.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm intrigued. I really am. So let's get this out. I'm intrigued. The suspense.
The suspense of a Tudor tart.
Ooh, now it does look nice. Look at this. So let me see what I can see in it. I think it's got to be a ham. I think it's ham, cheese, egg, and there must be a little bit of something else in there. I'm not entirely sure.
I can't remember what I put in it.
Yeah, you
eggs.
Should know. You baked it.
Yeah, eggs and cheddar. Listen.
So let's.
Matt, do you want to try me Tudor tart? I've saved you a bit. Oh, you're not? Oh,
we can.
Right.
Right, I'm going to go for it.
Right, you go for it, and you're having some more, whether you like it or not.
That's nice.
It is low fat.
I like it.
I did a low fat version.
I like it. Let us know what you think. No,
I made a low fat version.
While you're testing it.
Moist.
Yeah. Now,
nice.
We've had an email, and it's signed MM.
MM.
So I think this has come from Meghan. That's Let's read Meghan's problem and see if we can sort her out.
I think I need some substance before we answer that.
MM says, I have a friend who I know from work. I do see her outside of work too. I enjoy our friendship. She hasn't got any friends. Who's she kidding? There is one thing that is starting to annoy me. She never sends me one text. It's always 7 or 10 at a time.
Aww.
I am not a big texter, and I find it really difficult to read through them and respond. What shall I do?
Wow.
Well, MM.
Wow.
MM. I mean, maybe you should stop sending emails so late, because I reckon you're being bombarded with all these texts because you've been sending late night emails.
Yeah.
That nobody wants to receive.
No. So one thing that started showing me, she never sends me just one to always 7 or 10. Maybe she's the sort of person that like, oh, I'll send this text, and then you send it and you go, oh, I forgot to tell her so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. It can happen.
Well,
or in my case, I send a text and then I read it and I think, oh my God, what have I said? Autocorrect and all the rest of it didn't work.
Well, MM, I think you need to stop. I think you should put your phone down.
Yeah.
Stop texting people, stop calling people, because people probably don't want to hear from you.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And you're lucky that you receive.
Yes.
You're lucky that you receive.
Be glad that you're
messages,
a receiver.
text. Yeah.
Because most people don't receive.
No.
Are you a giver or a receiver? Well, I mean...
That's another subject.
Wow. Oh, imagine doing any giving and receiving.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't like to.
No.
So yes,
So
I
yeah,
think
so just be grateful.
I was going to say yes,
Yeah,
just be grateful. But I mean, friends. Who's she kidding?
Well,
she's got no friends.
I think it's just well, no, not acquaintances. Staff that you've annoyed.
Well, apparently Prince Harry's best friend is one of his staff, one of his securities.
Really?
Apparently.
Oh,
that's a bit sad, isn't it? At the minute,
it is.
When he's got all these friends back here in the UK that he's sort of cut off and not really doing anything with.
Yeah, but I think it is staff that she's upset, and they've gone, right, you're having this, blah 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 blah, and then they'll send that, and then they'll go, and then because they're really annoyed with it, they'll go, oh, and by the way, you can iron your own mucky frocks.
Baggy mucky frocks.
And then like another one saying, you can squash your own grapes when you're making your wine.
That's another thing I'm sure we'll be exposed to. Meghan's wine. I'm not drinking Meghan juice.
No.
Probably like bin juice.
They might call it Benny.
Bin juice?
Bin juice
by MM.
Bin juice. Yeah.
Oh, we're ringing.
Oh, hello.
#time's up. Right, so if you enjoyed our little foray into the royal world this week, then please give us a like and a share and a subscribe. And of course, hit that bell.
Ding, ding.
So that you can be notified whenever we upload a video. And make sure you do share our video because it really does help to sort of push it out there. And is there anything you want to say before we go? No. And on that note, my loves, goodbye.
Bye. Take care.
Ding ding.